When you recognize the pattern of self-punishment, there are two main ideas that come with it. One, I deserve to be punished. Two, you deserve to be punished. I want to explore with you today how self-punishment is deteriorating your life and what you can do to free yourself from it. Hi, I'm Rosanne Clay, helping you deliberately create a life you love. Before we begin, I want to warn you that self-punishment is a very dark topic. It will get very heavy, but I also want to remind you that at the end, I will give you 3 simple techniques that you can use to uplift yourself and to break yourself free from the pattern of self-punishment. Self-punishment is a learned behavior. When you were little, if you did something wrong, you got punished. There are people that get punished, but they don't have this awful cycle of self-punishment because they've been buffered with wonderful supportive relationships. It's actually the severity, brutality, and regularity that make the significant difference. But it's the ratio of the buffering supportive relationships versus the demeaning, derogatory, punitive measures. If you think back to punitive measures, they were used in 2 ways. One, to teach us how to be better people. You're a disgrace, you're so useless, why can't you be better? This sort of verbal punishment. Or you better fix up, otherwise I'm going to smack you. That physical punishment, or even the threat of physical punishment. It's used to remind us that we are worthless unless we can get it right, and that we need to be perfect, otherwise the family will reject us. The second way that punitive measures are used is to assert dominance. Listen to me or you'll get a smack. Do this or you'll be sent out of this room. It's even used to control your thoughts. You disgust me. You should be ashamed of yourself. I can't believe you would think things like that. The idea here is that you think you're free to be you, but you're not. Punishment is going to be used to make you conform to the appropriate behavior that we would like. We are going to control your thoughts, your movements. Now, control is a different topic, and I have done a video on that, so I'll put the link in the description. The focus here really is asserting dominance. Now, as a child, we absorb these lessons. The things that we learn are not the things that our parents, teachers, caregivers wanted us to learn. In fact, we learn, you better be perfect or you're going to get rejected, or you better fix up and get yourself better, otherwise we're going to hurt you. The other thing we learn is to detach ourselves from our inner guidance system. The adults around us who are so wise and who love us and care for us and want us to do better in life, they clearly know what is right for us, and we will listen to them and learn from them. I don't know what's right for me, so I need to detach from my heart, which is telling me that what they're doing is not right. The way that they're hurting me is not good for me, and I do deserve love, so why are they treating me like I don't deserve love? In other words, we learn to detach from our intuition. We learn not to trust ourselves. So if you learned that when you make a mistake, you need to be punished, then whenever you make a mistake in your adult life, or whenever you're doing something wrong, even if no one else sees and no one else knows, you have to punish yourself. So you create in a dialogue, you berate yourself, you say, oh, I'm so useless, I can't believe I did that, damn, I'm such an idiot, I wish I hadn't done that. But what's another form of punishment? When you hurt someone, you can reject them, you can push them away. You've learnt that rejection is a great form of punishment because it happened to you so much. You could also push people away by keeping people at a distance, not allowing yourself to create intimate connections with them. That allows you to believe that people don't really like you, they reject you, and so you're already creating a form of self-punishment before you've really created a deep connection with them. It helps your subconscious mind to prove that you are not worthy and deserving of belonging. You are not worthy and deserving of respect. So what other forms of self-punishment do we use? Well, there's actually plenty. An easy one is to not show up to things. That way we lack integrity. Then we can judge ourselves that we don't know how to do things right, and we can allow other people to judge us and tell us that we don't do things right. But what's another terrible way that we create self-punishment? We wallow in self-pity to the point of hopelessness, to the point of depression, maybe even causing self-harm. Okay, so that's the first aspect. Remember at the beginning of this, I said there's 2 forms of self-punishment. One is the punishment I do to myself, but 2 is the punishment I do to you. So how do we punish other people? Because our programming tells us that people must be punished when they do something wrong, if you see someone doing something wrong, the easiest way to punish them is to judge them and gossip about them. If you know them a little bit better, you can give them a cold shoulder, or you can fully demean them. And if they're your loved ones, you can show them that they are not worthy and deserving of respect, love, and attention by neglecting them emotionally, or physically avoiding them, or by abusing them verbally or physically. I did say this is very heavy stuff, but hang in there. We are going to get to a place of solace. What is the other negative thing we do to punish people? We hold on to that pain. We make sure we don't let it go. Because if we hold on to that pain, then that proves that they did something really, really wrong, and that gives them so much punishment. And hey, benefit, we get to punish ourselves by creating all this internal angst and all this negative energy inside of our body and inside of our mind that we end up punishing ourselves as well. Now, if you're aware of what unforgiveness does to people, it actually can create disease, illness, cancer inside of our bodies, because it creates such mental unrest and such negative vibrational frequencies inside of us that our body can't contain all of that emotion, that it starts to deteriorate. But holding on to pain also means that you lose out on love and affection with someone you actually care about, love and affection with someone who actually means something to you, who you actually do want to have a deep, intimate connection with. And the reason why we hold on to the pain is kind of weird. It's because we think they will learn something. Because remember, punishment is about learning to be better. So if we hold on to that pain, they get to learn to be better, and hopefully we get to learn to be better. But does that ever work? No, of course it doesn't. So what are the side effects of self-punishment? Well, because punishment has been about you getting better, therefore I must be better than you because I'm able to tell you how wrong you are and how much you need to fix up. Self-punishment also means that you have this inferiority, superiority complex. So you like to feel superior whenever you're able to, and that means putting others in a lesser light than you. So thinking that they're worse than you, or telling them that they're worse than you, or demeaning them so that they really do feel inferior. Okay, take a deep, deep breath. I know this has been super heavy and there's a lot to take in here, and none of it means that you're a bad person. All it means is that there's work to do. That's all that this means. So remember, there is so much love for you here. Let's continue on, and I'll give you some techniques on how we can work through and break the pattern of self-punishment. Maybe one more deep breath. Okay, so let's look at what needs to happen here. We need to reprogram our minds. Well, how do we do that? For starters, change the focus. One of the first things you can do is every single day write down 10 things that you did good enough. Not perfect, not super well, not amazing. If you did do things amazing and you did do things perfect and it was super well, yes, of course, write it down. That would be great. But things that are good enough. You want to start programming your mind to acknowledge all the stuff that you did good enough. Get into that rhythm. Get into that rhythm of not just acknowledging the bright, shiny things that you did super amazing, but also acknowledging all the little things that you did on a day-to-day basis that can uplift you, so that you're now noticing and focusing your attention on good enough. Like, yeah, I made my bed today. Good enough. Great. Write that down. The second thing is trusting yourself. You've got to learn to trust your intuition. Remember that punishment has cut you off from your intuition, so you're no longer able to trust yourself as easily and fluidly as you used to when you were little. So we want to bring back that connection. I want you to feel your intuition again. Get inside your body. Feel what your heart is telling you to do. Listen to your heart. Listen. If your heart is saying, go this way versus go that way, follow your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. Meditate to do that, or run around in nature to re-energize yourself and recreate that link, or do visualizations, tapping. Obviously, I'll give a tapping script for this later. Do things that will really enhance your connection to your spiritual self so that you begin to trust yourself again. That will actually allow you to break the cycle, because you'll be listening for, is this a decent behavior? Is this a good behavior? Is this a bad behavior? And you'll be more in tune with, this feels wrong, I really shouldn't go down that path, or this feels right, and yep, I should take this action. So when you make mistakes, most likely if you're in touch with your intuition, you are not going to hurt yourself. And when someone else makes mistakes, when you're in touch with your intuition, you're not going to berate them. The third step is to celebrate your wins. So every day, think of one thing that you can do, one small thing you can do that will progress you towards your goal, towards your dream. And then do that one little thing. And when you've done it for the day, celebrate. Do a happy dance. Like, yeah, I'm so great, I did this. Oh my gosh, I'm so amazing. Call up someone and tell them, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what I did. I actually did this tiny one little thing that I've been putting off for so long. I did it today and it's going to progress me towards my dream. Like, do a celebration, some form of celebration that says, yes, look at me, I am progressing towards my goals. This sounds silly, and I know when I first heard it, I thought, nah. But it really works. It really changes your psyche. You start practicing this where you're celebrating, even with just a happy dance, and you're celebrating, yes, I did something that progressed me forward. It changes your psyche. No longer are you looking at yourself and going, I'm never going to get to my dreams. I am not able to progress forward. I don't know how to get there. Instead, you're going to be, oh my gosh, I did something that's progressing me forward. And pretty soon the momentum builds. You start to get more and more actions in place, more and more ideas in your mind about how you can progress towards your dreams. And the more you celebrate every single time that you do something towards your dreams, you're going to reprogram your mind away from self-punishment, away from derogatory thoughts, and into a mindset of positivity, love, fulfillment, and happiness. As I said, I will be giving you a follow-up tapping script, so please watch out for that. But as I said, these techniques are powerful. Use them on a daily basis. Use them so that you can reprogram your mind away from berating, debilitating thoughts and towards changing your lifestyle, changing your intuition, believing in yourself once again. Sending you so much love and light on your journey. Bye for now.